Hello, family and friends. Today, our episode is entitled The Worthiness Gap, the space between understanding and feeling worthy. The space between understanding and feeling worthy. There is a gap, and many of us live in it. It's the space between understanding that you're worthy and actually feeling like you're worthy. You can know something in your mind, repeat it, believe it for others, even teach it, and still not feel it for yourself. That gap has a name. I call it the worthiness gap. And today we're going to talk about what it looks like, where it shows up, and how to begin closing it, one small moment at a time. Welcome to the Garden Years. I'm Gloria, and this is a space where women who are ready to flourish and not decline in this beautiful season of life. The dictionary defines worthy as having the qualities that merit recognition and respect. But I want you to think about a garden in the wintertime. From the outside, it looks bare, it looks still, maybe even forgotten. But underneath the surface, the roots are there, the life is there, the potential is there. Nothing has left. It's simply waiting for the right condition to surface. That's what worthy really means. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to perform it. You don't have to wait until you feel it. Your worth is already there, rooted deep, even in the seasons when you can't see it. The worthiness gap is simply the distance between knowing and feeling it. And today we're going to talk about how to start closing the gap, one small moment at a time. I want to share two stories with you that demonstrate the gap in worthiness. Some years ago, late in my 30s, I was called by my church to serve in a leadership position as an elder, a significant honor in our church. Now, I want you to understand what that meant to me. I had spent years in ministry. I had worked with the youth, served on church committees, and even participated in church governance. I had poured myself into the lives of others. By every measure, I was qualified. And yet, when that call came, my first feelings wasn't gratitude. It wasn't even surprise. It was unworthiness. Me? Are you sure? The church community had already decided I was worthy. They saw it clearly, but there was a gap between what they knew and what I felt. And in that gap, I hesitated. Have you ever been there? Someone sees something in you, a gift, a capability, a calling, and your first instinct is to question whether they have the right person? That is the worthiness gap, and it shows up even in our greatest moments. I want to share a second story with you. More recently, I had an experience with an expert I had hired to help me, someone I was paying, someone who was supposed to be serving me. And yet this person was disrespectful and dismissive, that kind of energy that makes you feel small rather than supported. Now here's what's interesting. I knew that what I was experiencing wasn't right. I understood it, but feeling worthy enough to act on it, that took something more. Because the worthiness gap would keep you in rooms you should have left. It will keep you tolerating what you shouldn't. It will make you question whether your discomfort is even valid. I made a decision and left the relationship. Yes, I removed myself. I walked away without drama, without over explaining, without apologizing. I just left. And that decision, quiet as it was a worthiness in practice. So, as you look at those two situations, they are from the same root, not feeling worthy, but they are opposite branches on the tree. So, what does worthiness actually look like in daily life? I want to leave you with some moments to watch for this week, small moments, because that's where the gap closes, not in grand gestures, but in ordinary ones. It looks like receiving a compliment. Someone says you look beautiful today, and instead of deflecting, instead of saying, oh, this old thing, you simply say thank you. 2 words, full stop, 2 words. That is worthiness in action. It looks like responding when your boundary is breached, not with anger, not with a long explanation, but with a calm, clear voice that says, that doesn't work for me. It looks like taking up space in a conversation, not rushing through your thoughts, not prefacing your idea with this might sound silly, but just saying it because it deserves to be heard. It looks like accepting help graciously. Many of us have spent decades being the helper. Receiving care without feeling like a burden, that is worthiness practice too. And it looks like reclaiming your voice when someone speaks over you, not with anger, but with a quiet, steady as I was saying, because what you had to say mattered before the interruption before the interruption. Here are your invitations for this week. Notice the gap. You don't have to fight it or fix it all at once. Just notice when it shows up, and then respond as if you already know you're worthy. Because here's the truth I want to leave you with today. You do not have to feel worthy to act worthy. Every time you act from that place, the feeling begins to follow. You are in the garden years, my friend, and everything you need to flourish is already in you. Until next time, keep growing.